Can y'all just stop Eminem-ing Jokic? So I got up this morning and got really pissed off, kind of angry, right? Because I saw a tweet from Jason Timpf, and if you know him, he's one of the biggest Jokic fans out there, right? He said that Jokic is the best player in the world since 2013 LeBron, and it's undeniable, blah, blah, blah. Okay, so here he goes. Jokic fans, Boston fans, Denver fans. Jokic is not the best player in the world. He's never been the best player in the world, right? You have been Eminem him since he hopped on the scene. And what does Eminem mean? Just like Eminem, whenever there's a white guy or a white player, a white artist that's good enough, right, to compete or sit at the table at the greats of any black dominated sports, you just shove him straight to the top. A la Eminem, right? If you go ask a lot of white people who the best rapper of all time is, who the greatest rapper of all time is, I promise you Eminem will be in the top five somewhere, right? And that's because a lot of people are afraid to tell them the truth about, oh, I don't really listen to Eminem like that. I don't think Eminem is that good. I think some of his flows are good. I think his percussionist style of rapping is very good, right? But I don't think he's the GOAT. You don't hear that from people. Yeah, people say, oh, Eminem is in my top 10. He's undeniably one of the best. You know, look at the records he sold, blah, 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 right? They sit in front of the Eminem fans and then go out and say, man, nobody listen to Eminem. That dude is not great, right? And that's what people should do about Jokic. Should start being honest, right? Yes, he's good enough to sit at the best player in the world conversation or to sit at that table, but he is not the best player in the world. He has never been. He's not good enough defensively to be. See, the game of basketball is to score. The opponent gets the ball from under the basket, and then they try to score. So it's a possession per possession type of game. To be literally the best player in the world, you have to be good at scoring points, right, or creating points, and then good at stopping your opponents from scoring or creating points. Jokic is not good at the second part. I mean, he tries really hard, right? If you check his stats, he tries to play defense. He's just not good at it, right? Before Jokic, right, and this is gonna piss a lot of people off. Before Jokic and Lucas and then all these crazy white boys burst into the scene, to be considered the best player in the world, you had to be a two-way player. It was literally a thing known. It was a fact known everywhere. Even on TV, you go first take, right? On Undisputed, if you're discussing who the greatest players of all time are, who the best players of all time are, you had to be two-way players. It had to be LeBron doesn't have no defensive players of the year. MJ has six. Or how many all defensive teams did you make when comparing Kobe, LeBron, and MJ? But as soon as Jokic bursts into the scene, as soon as Luka bursts into the scene, then defense doesn't matter. And if you're the best player in the world, then you're the if you're the best offensive player in the world, you're the best player in the world. Also, Jokic is not the best offensive player in the world. That title might actually go to Luka. I think he is 100th in percentile in offensive efficiency. Right. Joel Embiid literally is the only guy in the NBA to be 99th percentile in offense and defensive efficiency. He scores the ball just as good as anyone. He's as good on offense as anyone. Just as he is as good as on defense as anyone. Like, why can't people be speaking the truth about Joel Embiid? Also, when you bring up Embiid, the Jokic fans or the Boston fans bring up their narratives for different reasons. Some of them they bring it up because Embiid kicks their ass every time he sees them, and they just have nothing else to say to defend their guy against Embiid. And the other Boston fans, they know that when Embiid is injured, he's kicking their ass, so they have to also make up narratives to undermine the legacy of Joel Embiid. Hey, you're two sets of fans who don't like Joel Embiid for various reasons. But the truth of the matter is, you have to be honest. And you know, one thing that also pissed me off is that as soon as Joel Embiid got injured, Mad Dog Russo went on first take and then decided to have who's the best in the world conversations and then brought up Joel's durability, right? As if he asked Jonathan Kuminga to jump on his leg, right? As if he asked Pascal Siakam to elbow him in his face, right? As if he asked for these injuries to happen to him. These guys don't want to be honest. They've got someone who's now can sit at the table as like one of the best players in the league, and they don't want it. They're not okay with it. They want to be like, oh, can you imagine your white pool boy so unathletic but could play right? That's the narrative. That's the notion you're trying to push for. And you can push for the best player in the world. Use actual facts, right? Use actual numbers, but don't come in because he's the best offensive player in the world. He is. Well, the game is not just offense; it's offense and defense, and he's not even the best offensive player, right? Anyways, be honest. We can't allow this Eminem thing to go on anymore. He's good enough to sit at the table. Yes, Jokic is one of the best players in the world. In my opinion, he's the second best player in the world behind Embiid. But no, he's not the undeniable best player in the world. Stop it. It's becoming a joke at this point. You say it in real life, people are gonna laugh at you. And yeah, you can say it in your fucking cocoons, right? You can say it in your Twitter bubbles, and it'll be okay. But come on, dude. He doesn't play a lick of defense. And also this defensive box plus minus thing that was made up to say he's better defense than Draymond and what. You should be embarrassed about yourself. All these analytical guys who just take points and then make arbitrary stats from them and then try to use it to make their points, they're all stupid. A lot of analytics used in basketball right now are stupid, right? Some of them don't make any sense. The only stat that matters, the primary stat, is points. Who has more points than the other team, and they won the game. And any other thing about apart from that doesn't matter. Even the points don't matter when you lose the game, right? So we'll take it from here. He's not the best player in the world. He's the second best player in the world behind Joel Embiid, right? Just stop capping, bro. And when Embiid is healthy, he's gonna prove all you guys wrong because it's just ridiculous. Just it's straight up, yeah.